Minasan konnichiwa und willkommen. And today we're going to be talking about some amazing facts about Michigan, another great American state in the Midwest. Without further ado, let's get this video started. The Pontiac Silverdome hosted some of the most memorable events in the Silverdome's history, including Super Bowl 16, WrestleMania 3, The Who toured 1975, Led Zeppelin 1977 North American Tour, Bee Gees Spirits Have Flown Tour, Kiss Dynasty Tour, Van Halen and rock band Scorpions Monsters of Rock Tour 1988, Backstreet Boys Black and Blue Tour, Pope John Paul II Celebrated Mass, Monster Jam, 1979 NBA All-Star Game, etc. And about WrestleMania 3, one of the most famous moments in that pay-per-view was Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant extremely hard on the mat, in the ring. I tell you, that was really insane when Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant into the ring, knowing that Andre the Giant's real name was Andrei Rene Rozimov. Michigan is officially known as the Great Lakes State. Detroit, Michigan is officially nicknamed Motor City and Motown. Michigan has more freshwater coastline than any province of any country in the world, which is 3,126 miles. Michigan is the only state in the United States to have two peninsulas, Upper and Lower Peninsulas. Michigan grows about 70% of tart cherries produced in the United States, while its West Coast counterpart, Washington, makes a lot of sweet cherries, which are polar opposites. Michigan has a grand total of 83 counties. The upper part of Michigan uses Central Standard Time, while a huge majority of the state uses Eastern Standard Time. Like, for example, it would be 12 o'clock midnight Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 9 p.m. Pacific Time. Michigan became the 26th U.S. state on January 26, 1837. Some of the most famous people came from Michigan, including Loud House creator Chris Savino, Jerry Bruckheimer, Francis Ford Coppola, the director of the Godfather trilogy and Apocalypse Now, John Hughes, Anne Fletcher, not to be confused with Dave and Max Fleischer, Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell, Christian Bell, Dave Coulier, also known as Joey Gladstone from Full House, Gillian Anderson, also known as Dana Scully from The X-Files, Bozo the Clown himself, Bob Bell, Sonny Bono of Sonny and Cher, Bruce Campbell, Jeff Daniels, rapper Eminem, Charlton Heston, Julie Harris, Betty Hutton, Kim Hunter, James Earl Jones, also known as Darth Vader, Madonna, George Papard, Burt Reynolds, George C. Scott, Tom Selleck, also known as Magnum P.I., Steven Seagal, actor and comedian Sinbad, David Spade, also known as Dennis Finch from Just Shoot Me, Danny and Marlo Thomas, Lily Tomlin, also known as Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus, Robin Williams, Dick York, Robert Wagner, Kim Zimmer, also known as Reva Shane from Guiding Light, Gilda Radner, Pepper Adams, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Aaliyah, Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, Bob Seger, Mike Posner, etc. Some of the biggest sports teams from Michigan include the Detroit Tigers for Major League Baseball, Detroit Lions for the National Football League, Detroit Red Wings for the National Hockey League, and Detroit Pistons for the National Basketball Association. Some of the biggest movies were filmed in Michigan, including 8 Mile from 2002, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice from 2016, The Evil Dead 2 from 1987, Gran Torino from 2008, True Romance from 1993, Somewhere in Time from 1980, Jingles the Clown from 2009, Go North from 2017, Escape from the Planet of the Apes from 1971, An American Romance from 1944, etc. Some of the biggest TV stations in the Detroit area include WJBK-TV Channel 2 for Fox, WMYD-DT Channel 20 for My Network TV, WDIV-DT Channel 4 for NBC, WXYZ-DT Channel 7 for ABC, and WWJ-DT Channel 62 for CBS. Some of the most popular Michigan sites to visit include Lake Michigan, Sleeping Bear Dunes National, Lakeshore, the Henry Ford Museum, Renaissance Center, Detroit Zoo, Michigan's Adventure, Detroit Institute of Arts, St. Mary's River, Whitefish Point Light, Hitsville, USA, Windmill Island Gardens, Grand Hotel, Hiawatha National Forest, SS Badger, Crystal Mountain, Wilderness State Park, etc. On July 11, 1796, the British evacuated Detroit and abandoned their posts on the Great Lakes. In 1819, the Treaty of Saginaw ceded nearly 6 million acres of Indian lands to Michigan settlers. Michigan sent a delegate to Congress. The first primary election was held in Michigan in 1910, the year William Hanna was born and the year Mark Twain died, whose real name was Samuel Clemens. In 1959, Berry Gordy Jr. founded Motown Records in Detroit. In 1980, the Republican National Convention was held in Detroit, Michigan. In 2001, Detroit celebrated its 300-year anniversary. Okay, that should be enough for the video for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, and as always, amigos, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, sayonara, adios, and arrivederci.